What's up, guys? And today I'm going to show you how to calculate a future price target for a stock. There's different ways to do it. Like I said, I think the method that I did before was a little bit complicated, but I do have it on my channel to see. Anyway, so for example, right, let's say we've got Nvidia, right? So Nvidia is currently $136, right? So live price equals 136. Okay. Now what you do is you look at the forecast, and you can decide whichever like fiscal year metric you want to get. So obviously I think the later metrics are a little bit far-fetched, so I usually do it 2 years from now. So if we look at 4.10, right, so what we do is we take the current PE ratio, so assuming Nvidia trades at a multiple of 64, we times 64x PE ratio with the EPS of 4.10, and this will give us a new price target. So when we do that, we get a new price target of 262. So obviously now we need to figure out what is the upside potential. So assuming Nvidia stays with this PE ratio, which it's obviously not, but if it stably stayed to a 60 times PE ratio to 2026, keep in mind the forward EPS metrics might be non-GAAP, so this isn't always going to be fully accurate, unfortunately. But anyway, so we just got this calculator app to do this with. So this represents an upside of 92% till FY 2026. So that's about 2 years from now. So obviously if you want to divide it by 2, it works out to about 46% stock price appreciation in 2 years, which will beat NASDAQ and the S&P 500. But keep in mind this doesn't take into account recessions or bear years, where this could be completely wrong. But this is based on the EPS that they're set to achieve. This is the price target. Now there's another way that you can do this. Obviously if there's 64 times, and also Nvidia tend to beat their EPS, this could be higher. This is just a conservative estimate, but if like we want to look at their historical PE ratio. So Nvidia's historical PE ratio seems to fluctuate, but we can use a website called Guru Focus to find out what the average PE ratio Nvidia has traded in the past 3 years. Now it may not be super accurate just because like, you know, Nvidia's had aggressive growth in the past couple of years to justify higher PE ratios than usual, but we could use this to determine what is their average PE. So their average PE ratio is 44. If we take their average PE average, because it actually has traded as low as 44, I think, at one point. I'd have to check on probably on macro trends, but if we do that times 410, we can get a different result. Let's just put that down. So 44 times, so the upside would only be 180 with a conservative PE ratio, where Nvidia doesn't grow insanely. Well, not that it doesn't grow insanely, but if the market prices them that way, it would only be 180. and obviously 180 to 260. Sorry, that was wrong. 136 to 180 would be 32%, which would beat the S&P 500, but I don't think it would beat the Nasdaq. So there you go. That's that really. That's that. Let's see if I've got anything else. So yeah. Like I said, like Nvidia has grown a lot in market cap, a lot in financials in the past 2 years, which is why the PE ratio is as high as it is. Now, the lowest you could have bought Nvidia, I believe, was about $90 earlier this year, which would have made the PE ratio around it was around 45, 42. So that was the lowest time you could have got Nvidia, was when it tanked it at 92. And then the forwards PE at the time would have been around, let me just see if I can find it, 289. So you would have had a 31 times 4 PE. That was a bargain if you could get it at that price. Unfortunately, I couldn't, but that's just another example of, you know, buying stocks with great opportunities. You have to figure out what their upside potential is. So yeah,